I miss the old Kanye, straight from the gold Kanye. Chop up the soul Kanye.
All right, let's go. I'm ready.
Hey, this is Ronnie.
And this is Reese. And this is
Loves
So
Kanye. And today we have Key. Hey, Key.
Hey, y'all.
She's really gym ready. And we have Krissy.
Hi.
And we have D and DJQ Waves in the back.
Yo.
So we're going to start off with check-ins, y'all. How was y'all week?
I'm sorry.
Go.
Don't. So my week has been, let me think. So last weekend was a nice birthday trip, and that turned out really, really nice. It was a little cold, but overall it was very fun. She enjoyed herself. And then this week she went out of town with my mom, so I haven't seen her since Monday. And then this coming up week she has her park test, basically like the end of the school year testing. So she's pumped about it. I'm not, because I have to get up and make her breakfast every morning during park. She doesn't want the school breakfast because sometimes she doesn't eat it, and she want to make sure that she has a really good breakfast before she takes the test. So
she can chew gum.
She can't chew gum in class. She'll get in trouble. But so that's our little agreement, that whenever she has big tests coming up, that I get up and make her breakfast, so that way she can be not hungry during the test and stuff. So
that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, just whatever I can do to help make her testing more comfortable, because I hate taking tests. Speaking of which, I have 2 finals next week, and that kind of sucks. However, I do think I'm going to have my GPA up, y'all.
Yay!
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Don't cross fingers.
Because I was ready to drop out again, y'all.
No, why?
I was ready to drop out because I'm so wishy-washy. I have a whole lot of certifications and stuff. And when I was just talking to my counselor, he was pretty much like, you need to pick something and stick with it, because I'm all over the place. I have IT, I have childcare, I have home health aid, I have
what
property management leasing.
What do you want to do? If you could just do anything you wanted, what would it be?
I want to own a group home, and I want to run that group home.
So,
but I don't want government funded money, because I want to run the group home the way I want to run it. It's certain rules that I don't want to follow that the government is going to have to make me follow.
Like what?
It's a lot of stupid rules. Like it's just a lot of stupid rules. I can't even explain them all right now, because there's like a whole lot going on in my head right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a couple of rules that I don't want to follow. And yeah, so anyway, I got off subject. But yeah, so anyway, I have a whole lot of stuff, and I just need to figure out what I want to do. Because then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should go to school for social work in the morning, and I was like, I should take some CNA classes in the nighttime. Don't ask me why, y'all. I really only want to take the CNA classes because I really want to take this EKG class, EKG technician class. And I only want to take the EKG class because I have a lot of chest problems every time. I always, I have bronchitis, and I just have it's just a lot going on. And they always give me an EKG every time I go to the emergency room.
They get good money.
Yeah, they make good money. But in order for me to take the EKG class, I gotta have the CNA license. So that's the only reason I really want to take that. But I don't want to work it. I just want, to know what's going on in my chest. Does that make sense?
Kinda.
They could tell you at the doctor.
Or am I still all over the place?
Can't they tell you at the doctor?
They can, but I'm trying to stay away from the doctor.
So you want to get your own EKG machine?
Yeah, I want to be able to diagnose myself and medicate myself.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then.
Okay. But anyway, so yeah, when I was just like, I'm still all over the place, and I don't like it. I don't like to be all over the place. So yeah, anyway, that's about school. And then what else was going on this week? Me and Kiki had a really bad fight yesterday, so that kind of sucks. She said she's moving her stuff out this weekend, so we'll see. I kind of want her to move her stuff out because I'm tired of arguing with her, and I just feel like our relationship will work better if we do not live under the same roof. And I'm making the face, but I really think relationships can work with the people not living together. I mean, I know they can work,
together
but
for a long time. Y'all eventually going to move back together.
that's fine. But let's work on what we have to work on for each other without being in each other's face 24/7.
And how long y'all been together? 3 years now? 4 years?
Almost 5.
4, almost 5.
Damn.
It's just like
Kiki put her out last night.
she did. She was like, "Don't come home. I got to do some jobs in the morning at 7:00, and I want to be on time."
What
I was
did you-
like,
Were you drunk?
What did you do?
"No, I wasn't drunk."
What did you do? What did you do to Kiki? Kiki's a sweet
She
person.
did that for a reason, right? She said that for a reason. That's
Yeah,
why I
what
said,
did
were
she?
you
Yeah,
drunk?
what she do?
No,
What
I
you
wasn't
do?
drunk.
What
She
you
probably
do?
thought I was out drinking.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was asleep while Ronnie was getting her tattoo. I just like to make it seem like I'm out doing this extravagant shit. I wasn't.
You called and fight?
No, the fight started over something really, really stupid. The fight started over one of our contracts, and it just escalated. And then I called her some names, and she called me some names, and that's just how that went.
Yeah.
But
was-
I don't know.
Y'all were fighting to hurt each other, though. Y'all got to fight to love each other.
No, it's
Right.
okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not.
So if she moves out, that's totally fine. If we decide to work on it, I mean, I don't know how many times we want to keep trying to work on it. I'm tired of trying to work on it.
I think y'all should.
Like, I
It's
got a lot of
worth
shit
it.
of my own to figure out. So I don't need to be trying to figure out a relationship on top of it. It's really, it's stressful. So I don't know. I just don't know. But she probably think I just want to talk to other bitches or something. I don't. I'm not really worried about no other bitches.
But that's what you say every week on the show. You like, y'all can DM me now. Y'all check my inbox.
But you can check my inbox. Everybody's sitting. Requests and the other ones. They just sitting. I don't care. That I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna click on out of it. So I don't know. It's just stressful and stuff. And anyway, to make myself feel better, I'm gonna go get a tattoo this weekend.
Hey,
Because
what you getting?
tattoos make me feel better. I'm actually gonna get my tree finished the way I want to finish it. Because I didn't get it finished and I didn't like it. And so now I have this idea that I sent to a guy, and he's gonna fix it for me. So
Okay.
it's exciting because I want to wear a
do
belly
some
shirt.
reveal? We gonna get to see
Sure,
before and after.
I guess I'll do it before and after.
Okay, cool.
Are you gonna show us before right now?
No, because I don't have on shorts and I got on a dress and I don't want to have to show my undies.
Damn, you trying to get her to show her?
I'm just asking. I mean,
That's what's up.
I don't even remember if I got on pretty drawers or not. No, I'm okay. So yeah, that's it. I don't have a long check-in. Yeah, I'm at like 8 minutes, so I don't have a long check-in today.
yay.
I'm just tired. I'm a little bit emotionally drained. And I'm trying to just keep myself up because it's making me physically drained. So I don't know. Maybe I should go to the gym with you, but I'm lazy. So fucking lazy.
You go for a walk. It's nice.
Or
out.
bike ride.
Or bike ride.
Oh, we can go for a bike ride.
I don't have a bike, so we should go for a walk.
No, you can get one. You can do one of the bike shares.
Oh, yeah, the
Paying
little
them
red
no
one.
Well,
$100
Naya has-
deposit.
It's not $100.
What is
It's
it?
$10. I got Kaya and Kyrie one. And we
Okay.
walked the whole.
Oh, I thought that you had to
Anacostia.
put down $100 deposit though.
No, it's $10
For the red bike?
Yes.
Are you
And they
sure?
got them in Anacostia Park. I just got Kyrie and Kaya too.
Those are the bikes of the colonizers.
It worked. We went from Anacostia to the other side.
I did that. Me and Kiki, and we went like all the way around by where the baseball stadium
night.
is.
Mhm.
Then we rode through Eastern Market and Penn all that way to get home. When I tell y'all, my legs was hurting for about 3 days after.
It's a good workout.
I was so tired, and I was like, "Mommy, I want to do it with you guys next time." I was like, "Nah, I don't know if you can make it."
Yeah, Carmen was crying.
Damn, yeah.
I was like, "We gonna have to catch an Uber with a bike ride home the
I
midway
told them we was
through."
gonna catch an Uber, but I just let them play in the water hole for like 30 to 45 minutes to get themselves brought together, and then we rode back.
Damn.
Okay,
That's
Mhm.
yeah.
okay, that's
Oh,
a good
you
idea.
could ride, get some food or something.
Yeah, because the other side
Go to
is
the
the
park.
Navy Yard with
Right,
all the
right.
stuff in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you
Yeah.
been down there lately?
Yeah.
It's real nice.
It's amazing.
I had to
I'll
clean
be
when
running
me and
around.
Kiki got into it yesterday. We had to clean one of those apartments, and they are so fucking small. And I know they cost at least $2,000 a month.
Right.
So small. All the apartments we clean are hella small. Connecticut Avenue and stuff. I'd rather live in the ghetto.
Nah, we about to buy these houses.
I'd rather live in the ghetto. I am not paying a mortgage for an apartment that's smaller than the apartments in the ghetto.
Can I comment on live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know how. But
Why you so angry?
He and
Who
I'm getting
mad?
messages. Brockster ass. He talking shit, and I'm getting messages.
Who is
from
that?
Devon. It's like, who's this person?
Oh, the fat boy.
Get
that-
him, get him,
the fat boy that's on
Devonna.
my
Get him,
dick.
Devonna.
But no, we said that we was not going to acknowledge him at all anymore. So we just going to let him be rude. We
just
going to let him be fat and rude.
We let other people get him.
Oh, by the way, fat boy, you spelled anorexic wrong last time, boo. Get a
All right, that's
dictionary.
enough. That's enough. That's
All right,
Keep
so
going.
Yeah, because we said we ain't
All
going to
right,
do it.
thank you,
So
thank you.
anyway,
Reese.
but yeah, so yeah, that's my check-in, and you know,
Who's next?
I'm feeling good right
That's
now.
good.
So.
That's good. I like you in good
All
spirits.
right.
Trying to be in good spirits.
You want to go next, Chris?
That's fine.
Talking the fuck shit.
Hey.
Is
that like my intro?
I was going to say,
Whoa.
did she hear that?
Was that my intro?
Chrissy, you got a
We
good one.
can.
So
We
let me
can
go.
make. We can make it your intro.
No, that's not the intro.
So how did this week go?
Wait.
Switching?
She got a good one. I'm gonna go first because mine quick.
Okay.
So my week was good. It was pretty busy.
You ain't shit. He ain't shit.
Thursday was fun. I had a good dinner with y'all, and the drinks was nice, and the little after party was gay, but it was fun. I like all the shout outs and the shots and stuff.
What you mean? It was gay.
It was a lot of gay people. It was a gay party, but it was fun.
But
It was really, they was like real Beyonce in the wind with her. You know, how she have her fan. They was all that. Like it was real good. But that was fun. We had like drinks and hookahs and shit. It was real good. And then yesterday I got my tattoo. Yay! Let me show y'all.
Yay.
And
Tattoo.
I did some running around last night with my my good treats. And that's it. Now I'm here. So okay.
Okay, Chris, are you ready? She's
Oh wait, but before Chrissy goes,
Why
can I
y'all
say
so-
something?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So my track team had their first track meet,
Mhm.
and we did really good. I thought we were going to be some trash
Oh
because
no.
mainly because we haven't been practicing on a real field. We're practicing in the back of the school. It's lumpy, it's hard,
Did y'all place?
and we placed third in most of our events.
What events
Wow.
did y'all run?
We ran a 3,200. That's 8 laps
Mm-hmm.
on the outdoor field.
wow.
We did the 4x1. We did the 4x4. We did the long jump, the shot put,
Mm-hmm.
200,
I'm
100.
getting it in.
I think that's it. And they had hurdles, but I didn't let any of my children do it, but they want to try it. So I'm going to let them try it on championship, and I pray nobody hurt themselves.
They not doing half hurdles or the lower ones.
Yeah, they're the small hurdles, but I have some short kids. And most of my boys are on the football team. So, they kind of like,
That's
buff.
right, Devonna. Get them.
Tell Devon, D.
How old
Let
is-
the fat boy be his fat boy by himself. Don't give him no kind of play. Bad enough for everybody going to go check the comments just to see what he's saying right now. Don't give him
how old are the
nothing.
kids?
The
All
only
right,
reason
all
we
right.
ain't block him is because he's a loyal fan.
How old are the kids?
They are from 5th grade to 8th grade.
Okay, cool.
And they did really good. So I was really, really proud of them. So shout out to Kip Valor. We did the thing.
Shout out, kid.
And
Shout out, Kip.
I'm not going to be coaching next year. I decided I'm not going to do track or basketball next year. It's just a lot going on.
Getting that
And then
group home
I
ready.
registered for classes next semester. Some of them are in the evenings. And, I'm just like, I need time to myself. And then the athletic director that I like, he quit. So I'm just like, I think I'm going to go ahead and pass the torch now. So I told some of the kids and I told all of them, and they're kind of pissed, but
well,
sorry.
we still fighting a good fight, so you good.
Yeah,
You got
I'll
other
help them
things.
out, but I just
Right.
can't be the coach. So, Krissy, what's your tea for the week?
Talking the fuck
Tea.
So, I'm not gonna mind you right now. My tea for the week. I had a decent week. I'ma say I'm okay. So last week I told y'all that I had let my son's father watch
Your
my
ex.
other baby. Let's just say that. And I didn't know that his dad was going to tune in, but he heard it. And it was like all hell broke loose.
Wait.
So
His dad.
Ethan's dad
Okay.
watched it, and he heard me say, that I let Aiden's dad watch the baby. So he was upset, and I feel like he had every right to be, but I really didn't care. Like really didn't bother me.
I don't think he should have been
So,
mad. Because he said don't have him around him, okay?
I mean,
can
we
understand
did
but you
have
gotta
that
do what you gotta
conversation.
do.
And he did express that he didn't want that.
Mhm.
So
I think you should trust your judgment though. Like you know who not to leave your kid around. And that's the thing that a lot of people just don't understand. Like that you as a parent you have that good judgment. So I know he's probably mad at you.
that's true, but I haven't always spoken like nicely about Aiden's father
and that's what I was
either
gonna
to him.
say. If
So I completely
know that.
understand.
yeah, if she painted a bad reputation for the guy, and if they don't get along, then he may have a point. But if it's just like,
I mean, he don't know him. Like they don't know each other.
they've never met.
And no, they never met. And then when it's like, when I do say, I think you should meet him, both of them are like, fuck no. I don't want to meet him. And I'm like, well, your son is going to be around
I was gonna
him.
say, so
His
what-
son is around you. Like,
Birthday
what's the problem?
parties?
And they just like, fuck no.
So what? They only come to their
So-
son birthday party.
I mean, I guess so.
It's you tell me.
Yeah. Like if Aiden was to have a birthday party, I don't expect Antonio to come.
Okay.
And vice versa.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I really hope it doesn't offend him or anyone. So I'm apologizing first, but they sound like baby mothers.
Baby bitch niggas.
No, I'm not gonna say that. That was not my
No,
word.
Don't do that.
No,
'Cause does that mean like I'm like a bad baby father, or it's like
No,
I'm a baby
I don't
father
think
that's not
so.
carrying the situation correctly?
Because I think if you're trying to
I
get them
felt that way.
together, that is definitely the only thing you're wrong for is not telling him and letting him find out through the show. That's the only
Mind
thing
you,
I would
and
say.
he
You're
he
wrong.
don't look at it, but he just happened to look at it that night. I don't know how true that is, because now it's like, dude, I feel like you be watching,
Probably watching it.
but
I
Tell
mean, we
him to
need him to
comment.
watch, so
Comment.
continue to watch. But I just feel like they're definitely acting like baby mothers. Like I don't want to be around her, and we got to, and I say we because I used to be like I don't want Charles' girlfriends around Naya. But we have to grow up and know that if you're not with this person, somebody else is going to be with them. And even if you're not, it could be a good friend, or you could be cool with the other parent and stuff like that. So it's like they're going to be around your child, whether you like it or not.
Are you still talking to both of them though?
what do you mean?
Like, are you still sleeping
Are
with
you
them?
still
That's his
humping
question.
both of them? When was the last time you humped
No.
one? When was the last time you humped the other one?
So I don't
like that question.
hump
You don't hump back.
Aiden's dad
You
at
don't-
all.
You don't hump back. Oh, okay, that's good.
You said I don't hump back.
Yeah, I'm like,
I definitely hump back,
Okay.
but I don't hump Aiden's father at all. We have like, it's kind of weird, but then it's just like, it is what it is. Because to be honest, I'm not that attracted to him sexually anymore. So it's cool. Like sometimes I'll let him spend a night and he'll sleep in Aiden's room and it's cool. Like he don't try to get in my bed.
You don't try to Snoop Dogg.
Or
You
no-
be like,
You had a baby with that nigga.
No. He's cool. He cool for the most part right now, anyways. So, with Ethan's dad, maybe like a week ago,
I want you to stop humping him.
I need myself to stop humping him.
she
I
said,
seen
my
the picture.
mind's telling
I was
me
gonna
no.
say, I seen the picture, and it was a girl,
Seriously.
and she was
I need to
naked,
stop
and the coochie was
humping
like,
him.
I love him, and the mom was like, no, you don't.
Right. Yes. But I mean, that's the situation with that. We had to talk about it. Do I think he's still mad? Yeah. Will he get over it? I mean, he has to eventually. So, I mean, that's
It's in the
that.
past. That's what guys always say. That shit was in the past.
Wait, you don't even deal with guys. Don't say what we always say.
She
Okay.
know how y'all do.
Shit.
I was a nigga in my past life, okay?
Don't say
I
that.
used to be a nigga.
Black
That's why
men
I'm so
don't
hard.
cheat.
Does that sound like a guy?
Y'all crazy.
Not really.
All right, go ahead, Krissy.
So I had a really good time for Shay party, for Shay birthday dinner.
Yes, that was a good time.
I had fun. Like, yeah, I didn't do that in a while.
missed
And I was
it.
drunk. I like being that level drunk though, because I don't feel like I was too drunk. It was just like, yeah. So I had a good time at that. So yesterday I never got to, I guess, promote Ethan's father business on here. So he has a business.
Whoa, whoa.
We ain't getting that nigga no money. It's like, no.
I mean, we should.
What do you do?
We should definitely give him money.
Nah, yeah, we definitely could.
We could.
What's
I
the
mean, I'm
birthday?
just like support, you know,
I'm
like
with it. All right, go ahead.
fuck all the personal shit. Just
Did you ever post a soft 30?
you said, huh?
Have you ever
And we
posted
still
a
ain't get
soft
our
30?
pictures, but go ahead.
Y'all
ahead.
did not
Until
get
you
our
post-
pictures.
Until
And
you
have
post
I?
the soft, no,
I
you
feel
haven't.
like I shared
And if
some
you
stuff.
have not, oh,
Go ahead.
I
If
feel
you
like I
haven't,
shared
then
some
he can-
stuff.
Go ahead.
on Facebook. I only monitor the Instagram.
Go ahead,
so
Chris.
don't know.
I haven't shared anything on Instagram, but I know for a fact I shared some stuff on Facebook.
It's all good. Go
4 or
ahead.
5.
Go ahead, Krissy. We get the money.
But so, anyways, he has a business and it's like a sip and paint for new models. So his first event was
That's why you always sending
yesterday.
that invite.
That's your baby father that does it?
Yes.
Oh,
I did
wow.
not know
We
that
could-
was.
we could do
his.
that on the
is
thing.
Cool. I be his new
Yeah.
model, not his, but you know, for his business, for the painter.
Yeah.
I do be getting his
Okay,
invite.
that's right. For the business, for the
Mhm.
painter.
What is this?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So he had his first event yesterday, and we're not like on that good terms. But he sent me pictures. Why are you laughing? But he sent me pictures, and it looked like it was a good turnout. So kudos to him for that, because
What
he
is it
worked hard or
called?
whatever.
What is it called?
It's called Naked Canvas.
Naked Canvas at
Yes.
Naked Canvas.
Nakedcanvas.com.
So is he naked?
No.
Or he find people?
He paints
He
you.
finds people.
Have he painted
Yes,
you
he
before?
finds like male models.
I'll
Male
definitely
models.
I'll
Yeah,
definitely
it's like last night it was a male model event. Why you put the mic down?
No, the ladies.
Get there.
the ladies
Why did he
paint-
put
like
this
you
mic
be
down?
naked, and the ladies paint you.
Oh, it's like the art class thing where
Yeah,
you see on
yeah.
the.
What did you thought I was talking about?
Like he gave.
No, I thought it was like it was people with body paint walking around the party and
no.
shit. And like,
You gotta stand
Right.
up, and they gotta paint you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Okay. So he does male and female models. But so like I said, yesterday was the first event, and
Did
he
you
sent me
attend?
pictures.
How much?
I did not attend
How much?
I didn't.
How much does he pay the models?
because I'm not sure. I think it's between maybe like 250 and 300.
I'm definitely will
Something
be a model.
like that.
Yo, Ethan's dad, get at me.
But yeah. And that's about it. I didn't really do anything too much yesterday. Well, no, I did I had to do some running around earlier that day, and I went to Aiden's school and talked to his teacher, and they said he's doing great. He's on first grade level math and reading. Yeah. So he's good to go for next year. And that's about it.
Awesome. Keidy.
That was a long check-in.
Was it a long check-in? Was that
I'm
a
just
long
saying,
check-in,
y'all be
y'all? Because I
throwing
feel
me
like it
under
wasn't
the
a long
bus.
check-in. I feel like that wasn't. I didn't time myself though. You knew you gave yourself like 8 minutes. I didn't time myself.
My week was cool. It was regular, schmegular. Nothing exciting, nothing new.
Nothing.
Same old, same old.
Still fighting a good fight.
Still fighting a good fight.
Okay,
So yeah.
that's it.
Oh, I don't like when you wake
Can
up.
you tell us the funny story about Carmen?
Did I post it on Facebook? Which one? Girl, Carmen is a character.
Thursday and Friday.
Oh.
She holding back.
I think you should say it because it was not your fault.
Oh no. Okay, I knew it.
Okay, so we went out Thursday and for Shay's birthday. And we got nicely drunk, did the girl thing.
Hey.
And Travis, everybody knows Travis. Travis was here last week. But he asked me, can he come over? But I'm about to come on my period, and I'm not.
No,
I'm just not
just angry.
No
the
slip
nicest
up.
person in the group when I'm PMSing. Anyway, he knows that. So I'm like, no, it's not a good idea. I need to be by myself. I want to be alone. And he was just like, I'm going to come over there because I know you're not going to want to get up and take Carmen to school tomorrow. I'm going to take her to school. So I'm like, you know what? You're right.
He's a great guy.
He is awesome.
So I let him come over, and Friday morning, I'm like, okay, her uniform shirt is on the couch. He's like, okay. I'm like, and her pants are in the black bag in the corner. And he's like, okay. And then he came back and was like, did Carmen have on a dress yesterday? And I was like, mm-hmm. And he was like, oh. I was like, why you ask me? And he was like, because she had it on when I picked her up. I was like, oh, but you gave her clothes, right? He was like, yeah, I gave her the shirt. I was like, well, what about her pants? He was like, what pants? I went the fuck off. I went off. I went ballistic.
So, moral of the story, D look like he's a little lost.
Carmen wore the same thing Thursday and Friday to school. And it wasn't like they wear uniforms, but they got like 5 different color shirts that they can wear, and they can wear whatever bottom they want. So it wasn't like, back in the day when you had a blue and white uniform, you could get away with wearing it the next day. If you came home and you took the shit off and you put it on the next day.
Was it dirty?
What she had on? Yeah. Yes. It was dirty. But anyway, I went off because I immediately felt like, fuck, my child is about to be in class and they're going to be talking about her and they're going to be bullying her. And all I could see in my head was her having a breakdown because she's dramatic and she's just crazy. So I was like, she's probably in the corner crying right now. So I'm going the fuck off because I'm like, not only is she probably being bullied, I know the teachers are talking about me like a dog. Like, how do you send your child with the same exact shit on that she had on yesterday? So I got mad and I started throwing shit. And I had to remember that the plates were my plates and I can't be breaking shit up. But every time I asked him to shut the fuck up, he kept talking. And that shit got into my soul and made me want to scratch his fucking eyes out. So we was driving down Sheriff Road because I wanted him to get the farthest away from me as he possibly can. He just kept talking. He just kept saying, I didn't know. And I just wanted to.
He didn't know.
I wanted to punch him in his whole face.
He didn't know.
So I asked him, I said, can you please be quiet? Can you please shut the fuck up? He was like, no.
I mean, if you're grabbing a shirt, who don't know to grab pants?
I mean, if you got enough sense to sit on the edge of the bed and ask me if she wore a dress yesterday that you took her to school in today, then you should have sense then to ask that fucking question.
Let me ask you a question.
He probably didn't think about it until he was on the way home after dropping her off. When she was walking in the building, he probably was like, I think she had that on yesterday. That's when he should have been like, Carmen, get your ass back in the car. Get the fuck back in the car.
It took a while for him to think.
I think it did. It took him a while.
That bothers me.
Do you think he did it maliciously?
You said that bothers me.
No, he doesn't do anything maliciously because he's not a malicious person. But the fact that your retarded, slow motherfucking ass couldn't put 2 and 2 together bothers me. What is going on in your brain?
Listen.
And I'm not in a good mood these days, so all of that came out of my mouth.
So I don't think you can be using that for an excuse because you said it last week.
It's not an excuse.
And now, but it's going on the 2nd week now.
No, it's not an excuse. It's a fact. It's a difference. I'm not leaning on that as a crutch to be a bitch. I don't want to be a bitch.
How long do you PMS?
For 2 fucking weeks. The first week and the last week of the month and the first week of the month.
And then you be on your period?
I believe for 3 days. But the 3 days doesn't come with any...
That's when the attitude goes
so
away.
How many days?
She's good for the
I'm
next
asking.
week.
I don't want to know all that.
Good weeks I got?
How
2.
many fucking days? So
2 weeks.
2 good weeks out of the month.
2 good weeks. Stay the fuck away from me for the rest of it.
It's a joke. This is a joke. And you don't want to know why women make less money?
I don't care.
It was a joke. It's not funny.
I was going to say, that's not a good comparison. I thought you were
It's
going
not
to say, like,
funny.
you
It's
wonder
not
why
funny.
women are single or something
There you
like
go.
that.
That's better.
Yeah, that's better.
But
Edit
2
that out,
weeks,
because I'm going to become a fan and writing bad comments about that. No, I'm kidding. Don't edit that.
Everybody isn't created equal. Everybody don't have the same
But 2 weeks though,
issues.
That's
and to be honest,
that's like a disability.
I'm just now experiencing this like within the last maybe year.
But
it's just getting like this. I probably need medication.
Isn't that like that's almost if you can't.
You better get a marijuana card.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't deal with for 2 weeks, people can't talk to you normally.
Fuck alone. Stay the fuck away from me.
That's a lot.
I feel her because I was really emotional this week because I knew I was about to, start my cycle.
2 weeks?
No, I said that this week, this
mine is 2.
Days.
Mine is the last week of the month and the first week of the month.
Like I was crying on Wednesday.
PMS. I don't do that.
Those 2 weeks and the in between is just fucking.
I was
torture.
crying Wednesday because I went to New Vegan on Georgia Avenue to get some curry chickpeas and rice, and they didn't have any. Oh. And I was so sad, and I got in the car and I was just crying. And Kiki was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "My stomach hurt." But in reality, I was so sad that I didn't get my chickpeas. And I didn't want her to think that I was crying over the food because she's like, "You never cried over me." And I didn't want her to know that I was crying over food.
That's so fucked up.
I was so...
Y'all kind of
emotional.
Y'all kind of abusive.
In my defense, I was very emotional.
I'm abusive. I called Travis back like after the day went on. But this is what, okay. So it's no excuse for me saying and doing the things that I said and did to him. I got out of the car on Sheriff Road and left him in there because he wasn't shut the fuck up in the middle of traffic. But
that's a...
It is. It is abuse.
Worried about you?
You got out the car?
He wouldn't be quiet. I was driving and he just kept talking. I was like, "Please stop talking." And he just kept talking and I just got out the car and I just left. And I just went for a little walk or whatever. Anyway. I called back after the day.
How you get out your own car?
I remember having fights like this. Though. I was like 17 doing this shit. I was like,
I got the fuck out the car. I didn't want to hit. I didn't want to put my hands on him, and that's
crazy.
where I was. And I feel like if somebody puts you in a spirit where you want to put your hands on them, you need to walk away. You need to get away.
You
from
so
the
need
situation.
to walk away. Yes.
So that's what I did. I walked away from the situation.
Walk away. Don't start throwing shit and shit. You know,
Girl.
you just go blank. Like it's something that comes over you,
Maybe
and you just like, I just want to fucking kill you right now. Like your face should just be in your fucking neck, nigga.
I work out. It does make me feel good. It is relaxing.
It's relaxing for you.
It makes me feel good. Anyway, so after the day persists, I had a little meltdown or whatever. I was gonna go get Carmen in the middle of the day because I just had like an anxiety attack of people picking on her. And then, I spoke to Ronnie and she was like, "That's probably not happening." So I went to the mall and I got myself together, picked Carmen up. And I'm like, "Carmen, why would you wear the same thing twice? Like, what's going on with you?" And she just was like, "I really didn't think anything of it." And I was like, "Well, did they talk about you?" She was like, "No." So I was like, "Oh, fuck." So I called Travis and I said, "You know what? I apologize. I overreacted and I shouldn't have did that." And I also said that even though I still feel like you are partly responsible for it, it's also my responsibility as a parent to make sure that she has everything she needs. So I gotta take that shit. So
but
yeah.
You were upset. You were upset that you couldn't count on him. That's what it is.
I was upset that he didn't have the cognitive ability
you
to
couldn't
put
count on him.
That's the shit that
you like, "I rely on you and you let me down."
No, I was like, "You're stupid." This is the reason why he was coming. And that was just an excuse for him to come over. And I knew that.
He was grabbing in your booty and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was doing that shit when I was 17. Hey, you need me to fix your shelf?
Exactly.
So since you're apologized, you think I should apologize to Kiki?
Absolutely.
Yes. If I apologize to Kiki, it's going to be a sucky apology. It's going to go something like, I do apologize for talking about your weight. However, I do think you should still move out.
No,
that's not an apology.
That is an apology.
That's not
because I don't want her to think that I'm apologizing because I want to still be with her.
You got
Although I do want to still be with her, I don't need her to think. I don't need her to think That's
you don't
totally
know,
fine,
but
too.
just
But
don't,
Reese-
But see, the
don't
thing
assume,
is,
don't
it's
assume,
about
just
communication.
Just apologize, and then she gonna apologize, whatever. Don't
And,
say
and
but.
the apology
Don't say
is
but
not for
or-
her. The apology is for you
Yeah,
to take responsibility of what you did.
Okay, so I apologize to you guys for talking about her.
Whoa.
What?
No, listen. The thing about it.
You said
I'll apologize for you guys
but
for talking about
no,
her.
I'm going to apologize to you guys for talking about her. You said the apology is for me, not for her.
Right.
So why can't I just apologize to the fucking wall?
No, it's so
No.
it's so you not
It's
holding
called
animosity.
reliability. Yeah,
you
it's
can't-
accountability.
Yeah, you can't be mad.
But what
at
if I apologize and she don't apologize for the name she called me?
It's not
Right, it's not about her.
you.
It's not about what
Then
they
I'm
do.
going to take back my apology.
You
Girl,
been
you got
you
some
been
ways
it.
to go.
Yeah, you been no. It's about you
No,
not. No, look. When the person who wins, this is what I learned a long time ago. The person who wins the argument is the person who's not mad. And if you not mad, you won. So you can't let that shit bother you. It's like, okay, well, if this is what you want to do, it's fine. And I'm telling you, especially for a man dealing with women, y'all hate that shit when I don't be mad and you be mad. Oh, and just stay calm. Be like, all right, whatever. But you're upset though.
No, because even when I was talking to her, I wasn't fussing. I wasn't loud and stuff.
But I mean,
I was talking in a normal voice.
come on, Reese. We know you're.
What you said was so fucked up.
I don't even want to know
But she
what it
called me names
was.
too.
I think what you said was worse than what she said.
No,
Can
I
you-
mean,
Nah,
that's
we
just
don't-
my
What did you
opinion.
say?
No, we
Everybody
don't
got
want to
opinions
repeat.
like
I don't even want that
assholes.
repeated.
I tell you after.
Everybody got opinions like assholes that we give, so you can take it or you can leave it. But my personal opinion on the outside looking in, what you said was a lot worse.
What you think, Ronnie? You've been quiet. How do you feel about the
They
situation?
always say
I'm
Kiki
sorry,
side
but
though.
It's not about his
don't
side,
worry
it's
about him.
his right.
I'm mad because
Well,
I don't
I
know what
think-
y'all talking about.
I think that Reese needs to apologize, and I
she
think that
called her
I mean
names.
I think both of them need to apologize, but I definitely think that Reese needs to apologize too. And first, because like you saying that she said things too, but what she said, I really don't think. I mean, we have two different opinions. I really don't think that was calling you out of your name. And I just think that you should apologize because what you said to her is like way overboard. It's really, really mean. And when she reacted, how she reacted is because of what you said.
She provoked the reaction.
And
Even if
but
it's
it's
not
only but so
calling
much
me-
that somebody can take. And you being you and you treating her and saying things to her throughout the years and all the weeks, it's building up. And when she do one thing, you go overboard. She got to move out. I don't want to be with her. Oh,
I
you
didn't
know,
say
stuff
that
like
this time. She said herself she was moving out.
But maybe she should try. Reese, she put up with a lot of stuff with you.
And I put up with a lot of stuff with
I
her.
probably, if
So-
I was her, I probably would have left a long time ago.
Kiki
So-
is my relationship role model. I wish I could
left a long
I
ever,
left- No, I'm saying that if I
ever
was
be
her.
as good
But
as
we two different people.
Kiki
but-
is to a woman. Kiki is fucking amazing.
She is, and I don't want you
She
to miss
is,
out on
but
the good things.
she
I
does
don't want
stuff
you to miss out on
behind
the
y'all
good
back.
things. Yeah,
And
she's not perfect. She's not perfect.
yeah,
None of us
exactly.
Nobody's perfect.
So you guys always be like, "Oh, Reese is always you." You say that's more hurtful and stuff. No, she does the same shit.
I don't know. It should be tit for tat. If you're gonna be together, you gotta be able to be vulnerable with your significant other, and if it's worth fix it.
I don't think it's worth fixing no more. I think we should just like go our separate ways and be friends.
That's not what you said last night. So
That's not what
I
you
said I
said.
don't mind.
It's not what you said 20 minutes
I
ago.
said if our relationship works out, it works out. And then I also say if she moves out, she moves out. Either way,
you
I'm gonna
do
have to
wanna
deal
be
with
her,
it.
So don't.
But I'm
act
not gonna
like you
beg.
don't.
If you're
I'm-
not gonna
No,
change,
don't.
you're not gonna change. She
I'm-
does
No,
stuff to
both of
provoke
y'all
me.
need to
Then when I
change.
go off, because I'm the more meaner, you started it. Don't start it if you don't want me to be me.
I
Doesn't
do
make
relate
sense.
to that. That's how I used to be, just like that. But you look, you hurt them, right? But it hurts you in the end because you're gonna be mad when she leaves. And I understand you like you. She can't. No.
I'll be sad.
Right,
But I'm
that's what
going
I'm
to get
saying.
over it. I don't care.
Of course, yes, you will get over it. But if y'all been together for 3 years, 4 years, going on 5 years, that shit hurt, dog.
No, it'll be fine.
You get over it's more fish in the sea, but it hurt.
Well, we're gonna move on from that.
Yes, let's move on. Let's take a hard.
It could be too hard. But go ahead, Krissy.
Love.
You got your your question for us?
Oh yeah. So I did have a question. So say if you go out, and I read it somewhere. I think it was a shade room. Again, shout out to the shade room. I love the shade room. But so I read it, and it said this guy had wrote, or he had posted something, and he said that he took a lady out, and first time date and stuff like that, and they were having a good time. And then at the end of the day, she was like, "Oh, well, can you buy my kids some food?"
Wait. I want to add on to that. They were also at PF Chang.
So how do I mean like so and then okay, so let me go back. So he said no. Basically he told her no, and she caught an attitude. Like she got mad at him for that. And after that, he said the date was awkward. They ended up, just like not really saying that much afterwards.
And then he dropped her off.
Yeah. So how do y'all feel about that? Was he wrong or was she wrong for asking?
Do you want the man and the female perspective?
Yeah,
like, do you want us to answer
course.
from both sides of our point of view?
I think that she was wrong for asking him to buy food for her.
This is their first date?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was the first date.
She was wrong for that. Like, she should have waited maybe a couple of days later or something. Maybe after.
So
she
would
got
you
to know the
consider
kids,
that, like, from a woman's perspective, would you consider that a red flag?
From a woman's perspective?
Yeah, like he not willing to buy my kids food
on the first date.
I'm not. If I was a guy, I'm not buying your kids no food. Sorry, I don't know your kids. You should have fed your goddamn kids before you came with this motherfucking date. So no,
that's
I'm
not. That's not
shit.
That's from a female perspective.
I ain't buying them kids. You gonna on the first day you gonna buy some food for the girl kids.
Depends on how much
And
I
it's
like
kids
her.
with an S.
It depends
On
on
the
how
first
much I
date?
like her. That's
Shit.
true.
Fuck that. You should have fed your kids.
I think it depends on.
She didn't. I don't think she had no fucking kids at home. She had a man at home. She was bringing that food to her man.
I don't think
Trying
that
to
was
cover
it.
it up.
I don't think that was it. Kitty, you want to answer next, or you want me to go?
Trying to cover it up.
Why it gotta be that?
I
think that it's not every size fit all model, if that makes any sense at all. It depends on the chemistry. It depends on what's going on. It depends on if you all had conversations before you even went on a first date. Is this your first time meeting him? Have y'all been talking for a couple of weeks or a month or so?
Right.
Do he know you? Do he know that you have kids? Do
Right.
you know him? And you honestly don't know everyone's situation.
Exactly.
I feel like personally, I wouldn't have asked him to buy my child any food to go, but I have been on a date where I was eating and I was like, damn, I should probably take Carmen back something to eat.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. And like at the end, I'll say, hey, can I get this, that, and to go? And he'd pay for it, but I wouldn't, like, I got money. I don't expect you to, provide for my child because that's my child. But when you take that initiative to actually take an interest in my child and know that she is at home,
You gonna get that?
Nigga.
She gonna.
You just won. Like, you just got
Just
extra
won.
points.
Right.
That's why I said.
Now, if you didn't, absolutely it's going to be in the back of my head. Like, I wonder why he didn't offer. What's going on with that? And again, it depends on if we've been talking. Like, maybe I just went out with you and he probably like, bitch, I'm just trying to fuck. And I'm just like, I'm just trying to eat for free. So you just never know,
Exactly.
I definitely agree with keidy. First of all, I would never ask you on a first date, or probably not even the second date, to buy a meal for my child. However, I will order the food for my child and be like, I'll pay for this separate or something like that. And if you offer, of course I'm gonna be like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm not gonna be like, hey, can you buy my kids something to eat?
Right.
No.
Yeah.
And especially if we have more of the date to go on.
Right.
Like, no, we can probably stop and get your kids something on the way.
Right.
Or something like that. But why are we going to get them PF Chang? It's going to be nasty and cold by the time they get home 2 hours from now. And what time is it? I'm pretty sure your kid's going to be asleep. You get it? Like, it's a lot of things that goes on. And the person on the date, they don't know your kids. So, and they're not trying to impress your kids just yet.
Well,
and they should be. I feel like
if it's your first date, 9 times out of 10, you don't know the person's kids.
Well, no, listen.
Yeah,
but
if you
all right,
You
like,
talk
they
about
don't-
them like I talk about my child. If I'm having conversations, like
I
my
talk
child,
about my babies too.
she comes up all the time. We could be talking about
Like, and
random
if I meet
and
somebody
I'm gonna talk
new,
about
I
my
think that it's
kids.
just like mandatory that I tell them. Like,
Yeah, I like to tell
I
them
have
not
a
to
baby,
tell them.
and not even
I
like
talk about her.
not even like a baby, but it's like, because I don't want you to come in my space and be like, oh shit, that's like a baby. Like, I have a 5-month-old. He just turned 5 months.
5-month-old.
I have a 5-month-old baby. Okay. I have a 5-month-old baby. And it's like, if I meet somebody, it's like, whoa, like, that's a whole baby, you know?
Yeah, it really,
So,
from a
gotta
actual
talk about
male's perspective, it really just depends. You know what I mean? Because maybe you, like Keidy said, maybe if you know or you mention throughout I have kids at home or something like that, and the guy's like, you know what? We out eating nice. You like, you want, if he offers, but if it like I said, it all depends on how it's going. Because if a girl just asks me and I'm like, hold up, I don't really know you, then you not getting nothing. But if I know you and we vibing and it's cool, maybe.
And how many kids are we talking about?
And
Fuck that. I ain't buying no kids. No, I'm not buying your kids. No goddamn
I'm
kids.
saying it depends.
No,
What's my
personally-
intentions? What's my intentions with you?
With people that have kids,
But
so.
what's my intention with you? Am I
Right.
intending to be around these little
Right.
junks or what? You know what I'm saying? If these are my intentions, then yeah, like if I'm gonna be around your kids, I take care of the babies.
Right.
You always take care of the babies.
So maybe that wasn't his intentions, because he said after that, it was just like
Probably
a
just wanted some
wrap.
pussy.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
maybe
or you
it
don't,
was a
or he
turn
don't
off
know
on-
You
him.
don't even know what the situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so many layers to it.
Who knows what she said? It's not always what you say; it's how you.
Yeah,
say
because
it. We don't know if when they ordered their food, she tried to order her kids to. Everybody know you're supposed to order that to go at the end of the meal.
it's
It's just it depends.
Did
Yeah,
she
it
already buy the $50 steak and stuff
yeah,
like?
it definitely depends.
Yeah, like if you went over your limit, no, I'm not buying
So
your kids nothing.
that's a good question. So when y'all go out,
Don't
like,
take me on
what
a
do
date
y'all
if I got
what do
a
y'all
limit.
order? That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
talking about.
That's why we don't go on
That's what I'm
dates.
saying, like, what do you?
Yeah.
When you
I'm
go
not.
on a date,
I'm not
are you
putting your
ordering-
I know you
kids in
do.
my
I
limit.
don't. Fuck
Do you
that.
have when y'all go on the first date or
I
any
ordered
date?
a lobster.
You order whatever.
Hey,
you want,
come here.
or-
Yeah. What do y'all order on the
I
first
ordered
date?
a lobster.
Lorraine does that. She orders the most expensive thing that she would not normally order.
Why do y'all do that?
Ain't no y'all. I don't do that. I be like, oh, let me get this $15 Virgin meal. I do not go and get no 20.
How would you do it? How would you
I'm
do
not paying
it?
myself.
It depends on what I got a taste for. I'm not that type that's just like, oh, I'm about to order a lobster and champagne just because he's taking me on a date. If I got a taste for a salad or a burger or a steak, that's just what I got a taste for. I get a drink though.
Oh, that's gonna be the
That's
most
one
expensive
thing that
because
I
I'm gonna get
do.
a couple
Right.
of
I do
drinks.
get a drink, and it just depends if I want like a fruity strong drink or if I want some wine. If I want steak and wine or if
So,
I want
do-
a fucking beer and burger.
Do y'all
It just
really?
depends.
Do y'all think? Does it go through your? Because you said you go for the expensive thing. It goes through your
like
head.
expensive
I'm trying to get the most expensive thing. I'm gonna see if you're
I
gonna pay
like
for it.
expensive shit.
That's
I like
fine.
lobster.
I'm fine. That's cool. I'm just saying. Is
And
it?
sometimes I like steak, depending on if I'm eating meat that
If
night.
it is a thing where I'm gonna see what this guy got.
Sometimes.
It's
or-
not.
Yes.
That's not the thing with me. It's more of
Sometimes it is.
I'm out and I have the liberty to order whatever I want. I'm going to live. I'm going to eat this shit, and I'm not going to just get one drink. I want like 3 of these motherfuckers.
So after ordering the lobster and all of this stuff, is sex implied?
No.
So suppose he didn't bring
I
enough
think
money
that's
for both
bullshit.
meals.
I'm
always
asking
do
a
that.
question.
I always do that.
I always
too.
take my own money.
I always take money.
I think that's bullshit at what you just said, because I remember vaguely
I'm asking a question.
a time when fuck shit means when soon as me and fuck shit like started talking back again. And I was like, so he hit me up and he was like, like hotel, strawberry, wine, woo, woo. And I was like, yes. And I text him back and I was like, I want some Moet. And he was like, okay. And this bitch was like, don't do that. You don't drink Moet. You drink Andre. So I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to come off that way, but I got a taste for Moet. So I text him and I was like, Moet. And he was like, well, you know what? I don't have. He was like, I already got no. I forgot what he said, but anyways, he bought some Ciroc or whatever, and it was the big bottle and shit. And I was just like, all right, we could drink that.
So, like I said when I first started, it's no one size fit all. Like I said, and the difference between what I just said about me going on a date and ordering the expensive shit because I want to live is because when I go on a date with no feelings attached. You had a intention to making that boy your boyfriend. You wanted him.
That's not true. At that time, that was not true. That wasn't true.
You don't go. You go on a date like fuck these niggas.
Yes.
So is it
like
so?
lobster.
Is it wrong? Is it?
But I have been on a date with some guys who I really wanted,
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is it wrong? So is it wrong for if that's cool, right? Is it wrong for a guy to just go just to try to have sex then?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
It's not wrong. Just like, if I order lobster or shrimp or whatever I order and he be like, listen, I wasn't even trying to pay all of that. I always bring my own money. That's our last date. You just bought our last date and it's never going to happen.
Damn.
But I could buy my own food and that's your choice. Now,
So if I don't got enough to buy whatever you feel like eating, then I can't date
that's our
you.
last date. You shouldn't have invited me out. And at the same token, if we go out and you want to fuck after, I might want to fuck after too. Like, it's not like, I don't fuck on the first date.
What if I'm trying to fuck before we eat?
Fuck no, I don't trust you because then you ain't gonna buy me no damn food.
Y'all so damn greedy.
Huh?
I never had that experience before. So
You ain't never had a nigga try to fuck with? It's like, damn, I got a bottle.
You cut that shit off.
I never
Like,
The date is canceled. But I do have a question, keidy.
Are you?
I'm cutting you off. Yes, it's levels to this shit.
So suppose,
Right?
keidy, right? So like you said, you might go on a date tonight, right?
Right.
So suppose the first is Tuesday, so rent is due.
Right.
And suppose y'all go on a date and the guy's like, hey, before y'all even get started, he's like, hey, we're going to go to this restaurant, but I only have $60. Can we try to keep it at this because rent is due on Tuesday, our next day to be better. Would you still?
I would tell him we don't need to go to that restaurant. I would tell him we could do something that don't require a lot of money.
Chipotle?
We don't even
Ice
necessarily
cream?
gotta do Chipotle. We can make some
I'm
food
asking.
and
Is
go
Chipotle cool?
to the wharf, or we could go to the Navy Yard. It's nice outside. We
Where-
can go
where-
for
Have a
walk.
picnic.
Where is
All the
acceptable?
Smithsonian museums are free. I
Where-
got all the cheap dates.
What
Please don't
is
play with me.
acceptable to take you on the first date? If it's a date, I don't even know what dates are, but anyway, if it's a date, what's acceptable restaurant to take you?
One that's not too
A
loud.
date is you going
Nando's?
out. You're courting me. That's a date.
Courting.
Right. It doesn't necessarily have to be a restaurant because I'll take creativity over expense any day.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to take me to a restaurant. We can go do some like nice fun shit. Like, we could go to a festival and you could say, hey, boo, we about to stop at this store. I need you to pack all this shit in your purse so we could get it in.
What if
through the
I say
door.
I
Like,
just
that shit
ordered this
was-
new sex swing and I'm trying to test it out?
I'm with the shit. I like
On the
sex
first date?
swings. It depends. Did I just meet him?
'Cause I just
Because
ordered
I've
this
had
new
a
sex-
first date. No, not a first date, but I've had a sex date, a second date at a sex club, and we knew off bat like that's both what we were into, so it wasn't really a big deal. So it depends. I don't know. Were we talking
I'm
before
not
you
into
told me
that.
about your sex swing? Like, I like sex swings and shit.
You're not into sex
Krissy,
swings? What you
boring.
into?
You want to do missionary?
No, I'm not boring. I'm not boring at
She
all.
humps
But it's,
back,
it's
she said,
like
okay.
it got to be like a chemistry. I'm not the type of person that could just like have sex without feelings attached.
You never seen a
I'm
guy
not
and
that
been like,
type
I
of
wanna.
especially if it's like we're like kind of like somewhat partners. Like, you mine, nigga.
You never
It's
seen
not-
nobody that you wanted
can't
to rip their clothes off?
I mean, of course, but it's like, do I rip their clothes off?
But if they would've
can we
said-
have a conversation? What's wrong with having conversations? What's wrong with like?
What's wrong with nothing? Real hard over and over again.
It's nothing
Over
wrong
and
with
over
it.
again.
Real hard.
Over and over again.
It's nothing wrong with it at all.
Shit, I'm like, get to the
I want to
shits.
like know you. Can we know each other?
Man, you
I
know,
feel you.
call when you
And
want
it's just
that.
like,
Because
I'm just that type of
the sex
person.
better
Like, I
sometimes
can't.
when it
Like,
when the
I
chemistry
want
is
to
there.
go to the sex houses and stuff like that, but I'm just not that type of person that's about to be like, Unless maybe I'm like real fucked up.
But won't you go and don't participate?
Yeah, no,
I've been to plenty. I don't participate.
Right, and it's like I want to go, but I don't see myself participating.
It depends. It's not a all situation type thing. It depends.
Mm-hmm.
Is Chipotle acceptable?
I love Chipotle.
Absolutely.
On a first date,
Chipotle and ice cream is only like
we going to get
15
burritos.
We can have a lunch date.
I had me a ball.
we could do Chipotle and a picnic.
Can we
That'd
take
be
it in?
fine.
Right. We could go to the park, sit on the blanket, and eat it.
I love to eat
Mhm.
Chipotle.
Oh, we can find a
Go
bench
y'all.
outside. Like it's a lot.
What
of
is your
things that
definition
you
of a
can
date?
do.
What is a date? Since you're in the background saying shit.
I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know.
Because you don't date.
No, I guess I go out and eat with people and stuff. Like I don't know is that a date if I
That's
go
definitely
out?
a date.
If I go out and eat with you, then we went on a date.
Yeah,
Okay,
if it's somebody that's not in your friend zone, like if you go out to eat with me, then no, obviously that's not a date because me and you are friends.
I mean, you
we're
can
almost
have
family.
dates with your friends, though.
I have dates with my
It
friends.
just depends on if it's an intimate date or not.
But it's
like,
still
what's
a
your
date.
what's your
So much
intention?
We have
What's an intimate? You mean is sex
Intimate
implied?
date is like holding hands. Like you and Reese are obviously not about to be holding hands with y'all Chipotle and shit. It's just like it's the vibe, it's the chemistry.
Okay.
So it's like if y'all online and you all up, on her, hugging on her and shit like that. Oh, they on a date.
So if we go get Chipotle and I hug you in line, that's a date.
If you holding on
If you're
to
like
her
extra
and,
affectionate,
rubbing on thighs
You
and
know,
booties and hips,
yeah,
yes.
like babe, I got you, lower
Even
back
shoulders,
action,
like, yeah.
shit like that. Right. It's a day. Y'all
And we gonna go to this park and we gonna
Right.
sit down and eat this Chipotle.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's a date.
When people say that they don't have money
That's
to
so
go
cute.
out on a date, it's really an excuse now. You can go to
Chipotle.
$20 to fuck up shoppers and have a picnic, and like it's totally fucking fine.
Sandwiches.
Or like even if
Cut
you
the
invite the
bu-
person over, don't just have my couch is here. We're gonna watch TV and eat some chips. No, put a blanket out, light some candles, make it cute. Make it cute. Be creative. Dollar Tree has every fucking thing. They have those little play candle
Hold on,
things.
hold on.
They have roses.
If y'all went on the first date and someone's like, yeah, come over, hang out.
I'm not having a first date in your house.
No. Oh, you okay? You're not having a first date now. Okay.
I'm not.
But you can't. So
Even like, with a bitch, I'm not having a first date at your house.
when is it acceptable to have the person over? No, or ask them to come over then?
If I don't feel like leaving out,
I guess that depends on the person too, because I'm just not about to just have anybody coming over. Like I really gotta fuck with you or like
No, come, or
for
you go,
for me
you
to
go.
or for me to go over there. Because I know eventually you gonna us being around each other, you gonna try something. So I really gotta like you. Or
What you mean? You gonna try something? I don't understand.
put that arm around and look at you in your eyes and shit, try to get closer and shit. You know.
What's the move?
I think
So
it
what
just
type of move?
depends on how I feel. If I want you in my house or if I don't.
I mean, you could say.
Like not. a
I'm
lot of
saying.
people
So
come to
say
my
like
house,
you
so.
would go to a guy's house. The guy was like, "Oh, come over. We're gonna hang out, whatever." Whoop-de-whoop.
No.
And he had like
I-
decorations and shit up. That y'all would like that?
What?
What is decorations?
Like she was saying,
Candles and rose petals,
candles,
what?
Fuck yeah. Or if he got a nice ass house and he got like a patio and he got like lights and shit up.
how your
And you
patio?
go out
Remember when
and
me
you
and
got
Ronnie
like
had a
you
picnic
got like
down there?
candles and shit. He got music and shit playing. You're just like,
You want some? I'm about to fuck you.
don't let him have a pool too. Like that's just
Or
that's just
jacuzzi shit. Oh, we can be here naked. Like what we doing?
Listen,
What you do? Take the clothes
Listen,
off.
Linda.
listen.
Yeah.
All right.
It all depends. It depends on the
It
chemistry.
depends, yeah. And it depends on how you saying come over.
You
Yeah.
like them, you don't like them, you want to fuck them, you don't want to fuck them. It really depends.
How
'Cause even
soon?
if you want to fuck them, like me, I usually do. I be like, don't fuck them, don't fuck them. So I'm not coming over your house because I know if I come over your house,
I think my vibe already be made up like within like the second day or some shit.
fuck
if I'm
second
fuck
day.
him or
I
not.
know day one if you getting fucked or not.
Do y'all
Like,
check
maybe like the
guys
second
out?
day, because day one is like, oh, he cute. I can try to imagine like, is it big or small? Can
Day
he
one, I
kiss?
be
I'm
like,
a kisser. Can
you
he
gonna get
kiss? Is he nice? Like just trying to get his vibe. And then the second day, it's like if he just say anything or just I'm just not feeling it no more. It's like, all right, I probably won't fuck him.
Yeah, I'm with day one.
I don't know. I know who I want to fuck and who I don't want to fuck. And usually I hang out with people I don't want to fuck because I know if I hang out with people I do want to fuck, I'm probably going to fuck them.
I don't know. Well, okay, but this is gonna bring me into my next question. So I heard on the radio, I forget which station, earlier this week, and it was basically saying that, and I'm gonna say this word wrong, millennials.
I think it's a tongue ring.
It is. I'm actually gonna take out my snake bites, y'all. So RVP.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
She said RSVP to the event.
No more mimosas for me. No. Yeah, I'm gonna take them out because it's really irritating. But anyway, so they were saying that millennial men prefer a woman that makes more than them. And they said this is a new study. They prefer a woman to make more than them because they want that woman to pay off their debt, and that is a main factor to when they're picking their mate.
They want the woman to pay off
millennials.
Yeah, millennials. So I'll say anywhere between.
You ain't no millennial.
We're not. I was gonna say like 95 to 2000.
No, you not.
You
was definitely not. You was not a millennial.
Yeah, I don't think we're not millennial.
No, you're not.
Let's ask Google, but we're not.
Aww.
But anyway, and I think that
calling myself a millennial for a long time.
I don't think so.
You're not a
But
millennial.
anyway, I think that is complete bullshit. I think it's complete bullshit. Why I always say that the man in your household should make more is because, and I've said it before, because the woman has to go on maternity leave. You know, women in general get sick faster and stuff. So it's like, if she's the breadwinner and she has to be out of work to have a baby or surgery or whatever like that, he ain't gonna be able to hold down the fort. And I know a lot of people say, hold on. I think a lot of people say, like,
we're millennials.
We are?
Yeah, I just.
No fucking millennial.
I knew I was a millennial.
Ain't no fucking millennial.
We are.
So who? He ain't the same generation. What is he?
Anybody born 1982 and above are millennials,
So-
because we grew up in the 2000s.
What happened? What happened to Generation X? They just eliminated Generation X.
Is my mother's generation.
Right.
My mother is 42 or 41. She's 42 or 41.
So I was saying he's not. He
are
ain't in the
millennials.
same.
He is. He's
He's 22.
If you grew up in the 2000s, you are a millennial. If you were born in the 2000s, then you're not a millennial.
So what are they? They
They haven't
Generation
came up
Y.
with their generation yet. They
I
still
think
they
Y or
still
Z.
young. Our
We
kids are that
Generation Y.
generation.
And then it's millennials, and then it's Generation Z.
Okay, so Google.
All right, okay, no. So let me get back to my point.
Go ahead,
Let me get back
Reese.
to my
Go ahead,
point.
Reese, go ahead.
So, and I know a lot of people are like, well, that can work the same way. Well, you know, what if the guy gets sick or something like that?
Right.
Then the woman, of course, has to step up. Hopefully he won't get sick during her pregnancy or something like that, where she can actually go out and get, a job. But most women, I guess most millennial women, definitely, we are already working and stuff like that. So if your man, lose his job or get sick or something like that, we don't mind picking up the slack. But however, I want, if you're going to lead my household, I want you to lead my household properly.
That's true.
Well, it's the first time in history that more women work in America than men. There are more women employed than there are men in America. So pay my
I
bills.
think that you could still lead the household and not work.
You're not going to lead my household if you're not.
And
See,
I'm
my
ordering a
thing
lobster.
Because
And a lot of
I can
people-
work. Like I said, if I was to get married, say if I'm married and me and my husband, everything is just like 50-50, and it's cheaper for him to stay home with the kids than for me, it's like I'll let him stay home. And maybe I'm not that good in finances, or maybe I am, but he can still lead like as the man, even though he stays home.
You're like, where your check at?
No,
So,
man.
are
Like
you-
if
he cooking and cleaning
if his
too?
health insurance is lower than mine and it's better for me to go to work, then I'll go to work and he can stay home with the
Talking about
with
when
the
you had a baby.
kids. Because she said like
Right.
medical and you get sick and
Yeah, but I'm
She
not
just
talking
said
about
all
with
that.
the kids. I'm talking about with the just the relationship with you guys.
So does whoever make the
You
most
can be
money?
I think that you could be a stay-at-home dad as long as you're like a stay-at-home dad.
I think
when I come home, it's like kids' homework are done. You know, house clean. I don't have to cook. Some days I do cook. It's just like I
think the question is whoever makes the most money is the head of the household. Is what y'all saying?
No, because is that
so?
The question?
What are you saying?
Yes.
I mean, that's basically what it's.
And I don't think that. I don't
like,
think
if
that.
I'm making more money than you, or
I don't think so.
think
My
it should be a
husband not
partnership.
going to be the head of my household. That's why I'm
You
married.
can't
him.
lead me anywhere if you're not properly leading.
Exactly. Like you have to. If you want to
So
lead me, you gotta
is it properly leading you? Period, or because we have like different ways spiritually, financially,
You gotta be all
mentally.
over.
Because I can
So
send
it's
you
like,
out and
but
get that
y'all-
money.
I feel like y'all just saying financially.
It don't.
I'm
no,
saying
it gotta be
every way,
everything.
but
It gotta
like
be
a
everything.
lot, and
But you
then like a
definitely
lot
have
of people.
to be. I mean, we can make the same amount of money. I don't gotta make more than you, but if we doing 50-50, we.
Then that
Put
means
shit
we
together.
50-50 cleaning, we're 50-50 kids, we're
I can
50-50.
talk. I can run my mouth.
If
to
I
you.
gotta go to
It's
work,
never
and
50-50.
everything else is fine.
But you always
I'll go to work.
But what you saying? You always supposed to be able to talk. It shouldn't be because you talk. It's combative. Like that's not a proper relationship. If whenever you communicate with the person, it's an argument, or if you're not saying what you feel like saying when you communicating, then you shouldn't be with that person if you can't express yourself freely. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like whether or not I make more money or you make more money, I just need, and this is personal. This isn't like I'm speaking for other people, but I need a man. And my definition of a man is somebody who is physically, mentally, spiritually, financially strong. Because if I fall, I need you to be able to catch me. If I am the strongest person in a relationship, that means that not only am I holding you up, but I'm holding me up too. And if I fall, we fuck.
And 2
But
weeks
you're
out
not
of the
gonna
month, y'all
fall.
falling with Kiara.
Hello? I need you strong. I need
No.
you in it. Even when it comes down to money, if I make more money than you do, I still need you to be able to bring stuff to the table and we be able to like split that shit up so our bills can be paid. Because if we together, we together. We doing this together. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I don't still want you to have that ambition and drive to eventually, make the most money or elevate us to a different level.
Right.
Don't be complacent with what you make, especially when you know you can be doing more. So if you're working Monday through Thursday and I'm bringing in, your check is half of my check, you need to find out what else you could do so that we could get this money up. Like, seriously. Or we're not going to work.
Yeah, and when I say like a lot of guys, when they are very comfortable nowadays to where it's
They
like
are.
the woman will go
Get your
out and
fucking
work
shit
and
together.
then they still have to figure out how the child is going to get home from school. Or, okay, I'm working and my man is staying here and he dropping me off at work and using my car.
He baby boy.
But you're not putting no gas in it. And you're not going out to no interview
Baby
or nothing.
boy.
So you're sitting around
But
being baggage.
But y'all acting like
And
it's
that's what a
new.
lot of- It's not new. It's not new.
What would you accept and what wouldn't?
Right. But I'm not going to accept. I'm not going to accept if, like I said, if I'm out working, I still got to find me a babysitter while you're sitting here with me. You know what I'm saying? It's just the little
He
stuff
gotta
that
play
I just
his
be like,
game.
I'll be like, no, I would not.
Trying to get
Absolutely
the
not
new
deal
level on
with that.
Call of Duty.
Where's my game in the street?
I'm not going to throw the game in the street because I don't want to have to pay for it again once we become cool. However, I will take it and hide it and be like, I sold your game for money because obviously you're not going to get any.
Oh, see, my destructiveness will have that whole game.
Yeah, I'm all for.
I'm
me
not, no,
and
because
my
then you got
person
bad
building
again.
together, but I'm just not going to sit around unless you not had no damn job. I can't talk to you if you got no fucking job.
Me
You got to be
neither.
working towards something.
You gotta be
And we have to
smart.
motivate
What if
each
he's
other.
passing out business cards every day?
I mean,
That's
that's
not
He's
bringing
trying.
in money. That's
Where did
networking,
that-
but where the
Where
money
did that
come in?
business even come from? Like the fact that you got enough creativity. To
So
create a
what
business
what
that you
what
got
what can he do?
from
Can he be? Would y'all date a male stripper?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What if he?
Well, I think they gay, so probably not.
I date a male stripper. I'm fine with
They
gay
too
men.
greasy.
What if he?
I'm with a gay man.
What if
They're
he?
too greasy.
Provided full service.
I'm fine with that too. Be a gigolo. Make that motherfucking money.
Yeah, they make
nigga.
money. You better
As long as you wrap that shit up and
do.
do what you need to do to protect ourselves. Us, my nigga. You're protecting us when you out there.
Can they pay extra for me to play too?
Travis should be a gigolo.
Do they do that?
I mean, hey, I'm not just
He's
talking.
good at it.
He's good
I
at it.
asked him.
What did he
with the
say?
shits. He said no.
He's scared.
He wants to.
He should though.
But
like,
he wants
if
to
he ain't
know
good at
somebody
shit else,
that
that's
he's
You
not
should
having
bring.
sex
You
with.
should bring someone in that pay.
I tried.
I'm saying, but
I
and they had him.
tried.
She tried to pimp him. She tried to pimp niggas. She like, listen, my motherfucker pimp hand is strong.
She's a madam.
She's like,
That's
motherfucker.
what he need to do. Fuck, he is bomb at that shit.
She said, I
That's
got
what you
this
should do,
girl.
goddammit. For a living. We probably be rich.
That's funny. Okay, so we're gonna move on. You got these pictures ready for us?
Yeah. Which one? Oh, yeah.
The one that you was disturbed about. I can't wait to see that one.
You can. I'm sorry, I opened it twice.
Ooh, that's a man.
What?
It is a man. So it says, this is how I picture men when they are arguing with girls on social media.
Oh, that's how rock
I was going to say, I absolutely agree. The fat boy that's commenting every 5 seconds, this is how he is when he's commenting and watching our live. He's like, as soon as we go on live, it's like, oh my gosh, the soft 30 is on live. And then he takes off his pants and he bends over. And then he gets on social media and he's like, I hate you guys. You guys are whack. Let me call in.
Put it in the comments if you got something to say.
This is exactly how he is. You look like a bitch faggot nigga. That's what you look like. I mean, there's no other words for it. This is how
Why
you
you making
look.
that face in that picture? His bowl look good though.
But it's other men that argue with females on social media too. I think it's the funniest thing ever because that's what girls do.
Men should never argue with women that's not their girl, first of all. And you can't even argue with a woman that's not your girl.
Why are you arguing with me? Because I don't want to give you my number.
Yeah,
why? Say okay and keep it moving.
Keep pushing.
I pray in none of my lifetimes I'm never just never like that.
All right, I'm taking
crazy. You gonna take that picture down? All right, was that the only one?
No, we got
I sent two. I don't remember what the hell the other one was.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Would you hit this? Would you hit that sweet old lady in her jaw with all your might, or would you call Mike Tyson a bitch to his face?
I will call Mike Tyson a bitch.
I'm gonna punch the shit out that old lady. That old lady is going down.
How much money? What we doing?
You're not doing anything
Either
for money.
or.
It's like either or. Would you rather punch this old lady in the face, or would you rather call Mike Tyson a bitch to his face?
I'm gonna call Mike Tyson a bitch.
I'm punching the lady.
I'm not gonna hurt that old lady.
I'm gonna punch the lady,
even though she white. But
damn, what's wrong? Ain't nothing wrong with
Ain't nothing wrong with white people.
Mike Tyson is a bitch.
He is a whole bitch.
I am punching the lady. I'm not gonna
call
punch
her
her with my
bitch,
all might.
And then I'm a whole ass.
Right. I'm gonna try to run as fast as I can.
You can't run.
I get real close to like his nose.
My little legs gonna be moving up.
He gonna grab her by her ponytail as soon as she turn around. You better hope you got on the clip on that day so you can still keep going.
He in shock. You know, he ain't gonna react that fast. Maybe you be like, what?
Or just
So you
call
got a
him
little
a bitch
head
and like go behind him and then run. Like go under his legs or something like. You gotta imagine what you gonna do before you do that shit. I ain't punching that lady.
What was your
anyway.
answer?
I said I would call him a bitch.
You the only one that's trying to hurt the old lady.
I'm gonna hurt the old lady.
Yeah, that's tough.
So okay, so I had sent y'all the little link. I mean, I'm sure y'all heard about the little Kanye stuff. So what y'all feel about this nigga Kanye? Because I can't take him serious.
I don't feel like we should be even giving him attention.
Kanye.
Is he doing it for his album?
But as many times as you,
I feel like that.
mention
I
his
feel like it's
name,
just publicity, and he's just doing it for. His
So
album.
let me ask you this.
his name in there, he gonna get what he
Let me
wants.
ask you this though. So is that the definition of selling out? Is he if he's doing this for album sales, is this selling out?
I don't know. I honestly don't. I don't know. I don't know why he's doing it. I don't know if he is doing it for publicity. I don't know. I don't know what's going on his side of the world.
Okay,
Or
so
in
do
his
you
life.
have to? Did someone have to pull it up? What he said?
I do, but I'm on live. But I sent it to y'all.
I don't think he is doing it for publicity. I think that is truly how he feels. Because if you think about it, I've read, and I don't know how true this is, but I've read that Kanye lost like 9 million followers on Twitter. So
It
if
wasn't
you're
9
losing
million.
those,
It was a
if
lot
you're
of people.
losing them from Twitter, why do you think that they're going to
lot of
buy your
celebrities stopped
album?
following
They're
them.
not going to buy your album and support you because it does. Now, if he comes out with the album and it's like, fuck Trump, y'all know I was doing that shit for my album, bitch nigga can suck my dick, some type shit, then it would be different. I would be like, okay, he did it for publicity.
I'm not gonna say that.
But
No,
exactly,
but
I don't
honestly-
think he's doing. I think that's really how he feels.
Now-
He is a Kardashian now. And they fucked him up. I already think he was cloned when he first got married to them.
But
I mean, to her.
no, some of the
Yeah,
stuff that
He
Kanye
did.
says.
and now he's just off the wall. He been crazy ever since his mom died. For real though.
Yeah, and that's why I'm looking at it crazy too. Cause I'm like, he always been saying crazy shit. Like some things that he said made a little sense where he love each other, whatever, blah blah blah. But I just don't like him. So it's like whatever he says, it's just like irritates my
His
soul.
last album was the shit for me. Like I fucking loved it.
I love that.
I loved it, but
Is he
like
gonna-
I'm not
Pablo,
getting
I
the
really
new one.
like that.
Is
last
he going to
album.
get a R. Kelly
I don't
pass?
ever buy albums anyway, so
You don't get a what?
A R. Kelly pass?
what you mean?
I don't fuck with R.
Doing
Kelly.
crazy
I
shit
don't like R.
and then still getting support by black people.
People won't support him.
I mean, because honestly, I think he with Kanye in this last. So if you haven't heard, Kanye just he said a bunch of things about how he aligns himself with some of how he loves Donald Trump, and the reason he loves Donald Trump because he doesn't always agree with the people he loves, but he still loves them or something like that.
I read something like that.
Right. So I mean, but so what he's saying is love your enemy, and then he said I love Donald Trump. So he's kind of saying that he's the enemy because he said he doesn't agree with the policies of Donald Trump, but he loves the person. But is Donald Trump too far gone to even, because
He gone.
that's the problem I have with it. It's not that you want to love everybody. The problem I have with it is the person that you're aligning yourself with, is using you to promote his message. You know what I mean? And
She irritating.
Sorry.
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about it?
I mean, I don't like Donald Trump and I don't like Kanye. And I will love my enemies and I will try to support and help everybody out. But fuck both of them.
But so when his music comes on that he's about to release that's slapping, are you gonna listen?
No.
I was
everything in
never
my
a
own
Kanye
little
fan.
way.
I was never a Kanye fan. So
I might listen. I don't ever buy albums or
I like the
anything like that
Kardashian
though.
stuff.
Stream. It's about the streams and all that stuff. You like the Kardashians?
I like the Kardashians. They my friends. And I don't like Kanye.
I don't like the Kardashians either.
I really don't give a shit. I don't
It's a
give a shit
black
about
family.
none of them.
The Kardashians are a black family.
They making their money with or without my like. So
Right. That shit don't make me no
And
different.
them Yeezy are ugly.
The Yeezys
But they selling them. They ugly as hell.
are ugly.
I'm not kidding.
you
You
have
did?
no intention.
So what do
on
y'all?
ever
So
buying
what
one.
do y'all feel about what he said about Obama, that Obama didn't do anything for Chicago?
Well, he
his
said-
8 years.
Yeah, you think
In office.
Obama's been in office for 8 years and look at Chicago. He's still messed up.
I
Trump been
mean,
in,
everything can't get done at.
But I think it's more what Kanye is expecting from the president because that's a city and the president works federally. You know what I mean? So what can the leader federally affect how the city runs? That's what we all talk about, states' rights and all this stuff. He can't just impose his will on the city,
I think
So
a lot of people,
what are your
especially
expectations?
black people, and especially like the broke black people, they were like, "Yeah, we got a black president.
Right.
We're gonna get jobs, and we're gonna
Yeah.
get this." And why do y'all think that he would be able to change something
Yeah, it's just
drastic
false
like that?
expectations of what he actually can do. That's why,
That was a drastic change, though. Like
you
that was
mean?
a black man in office.
Right,
That
but
was
So
a
that means
drastic
he gonna
change
give
by
everybody a
itself.
good job.
No, that doesn't mean that. And I think that a lot of people did have high expectations, but that was just a drastic change in itself.
But I'm just saying, it's just and what it all boils down to for me is expectation. people expected President Obama to do things that the president really doesn't have the power to do.
Right.
You know, just because he was black, like he was gonna say, "All right, weed is legal everywhere. You know, let everybody out the
Food stamps
jail
for everyone.
Right.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
was expecting that, and,
like-
and then but a lot of people, I don't follow
do
politics, so
that
I
like
really
that.
I could be wrong with saying this, but to my knowledge, when the president write whatever he does, it has to go through Congress to get approved. So the president can't even approve it himself.
Yeah,
He has to wait for Congress to
can,
approve it.
He can introduce
Right.
it to legislation, and
So it's
someone has to
like-
pick it up, sign for
But
it.
that
and-
means nothing because if his vote does not count for a damn thing.
Exactly.
Right. The president has influence. He
Maybe
can
send it
also
to
make
somebody
executive. He can make some executive decisions. Oh,
That's outside.
he can make executive decisions, and like what Trump did when he made the travel ban, but then it has to go to court and all that stuff. So that's what I'm saying. The president's power is limited, but he has to be checks. It's checks and balances. But if it's supposed to be the Congress that checks the president, but right now with Trump, he has a Republican-controlled Congress, and they're not checking him on anything.
Because they're allowing him to do whatever
Right.
he want to do. And the difference is when Obama was in office, the majority was still in the Republicans.
Exactly.
They weren't. That's why
They
the
were
government
not
got
breaking
shut
for
down.
anything.
So everything
Right.
that he tried to
They
put in place, they shut.
they
that
shut it
shit
down, and
before.
just like they're trying to now repeal everything that he's put in place. Is a lot of changes, especially in the Justice Department, that they are trying to strip back all these mandatory and reintroduce mandatory minimums and all of this stuff. Reignite the war on drugs instead of trying to decriminalize and institutionalize people. You know,
for drugs that were once illegal but now legal because white people have found a way to make money off of it.
Yo, hey, listen, but that is, it's funny to me when white people think or when people think stuff is new, and it to us is so old. You know what I mean? But you gotta realize that, you know, like they're watching us and studying us. We gotta make the money though. You know, they studying us, trying to take out everything.
This has been happening for eons of time.
Right, but we got to do something about
that
it.
alone, that what you said alone is not new. That is a science.
Right, that's why we got
That is an
to.
oppressive science that they got down to a pack from when they first brought our asses over here to begin with. That's why I don't like the Kardashians, because they're brilliant at that shit.
I like the Kardashians. That's a black family.
I don't like them. They take everything we
like
do, they
'em.
study us, and then they make money off of us.
Absolutely.
And then not only do they make money off of us, but they change the name to the shit that we originally created.
Well, those babies
which
are
has
black.
been happening for eons of time, like the white Cleopatra.
Why are you looking at your phone like that?
Because Reese told me I can't get on it, so I need to find something else to do with my ADHD.
You're irritating.
All right.
So wait, I wanted to chime in on one more thing. So I know you guys probably followed the Bill Cosby case.
Oh,
And you guys know that he got
sentence.
guilty.
Oh, found
That's
guilty.
crazy.
he got
guilty.
found guilty of how many things? Three counts?
3 counts.
And I think it's total bullshit.
It is bullshit.
It's funny how all that stuff came out when he was about to buy a TV
NBC.
network.
NBC.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I know he broke
They don't
now.
want to see us winning.
They
They want
don't.
to see us
And
in the
I just think it's
penitentiary.
crazy. And then a lot of people were comparing, because you guys know the lady from Emmett Till said, you know, finally confessed, even though she's in her 80s, she's 83. She
Right.
confessed last year that he didn't whistle at her, or
Right.
you know, whatever the truth was.
On her
And
Put
I
her in
think
jail.
exactly,
Right.
a lot of people are comparing the two, and I absolutely agree. She needs to be charged.
Fuck
Send her
comparing
old
the
ass
two.
to jail.
Can we
She
can
needs
we
to go to jail
back
for murder.
to all the white
Exactly.
people that fucking raped
Statute-
and enslaved and
Statute of limitations.
fucking took our men away from us? Can we go back and do that
You-
shit?
you- reparations. We were
Reparations?
talking about
We
that
don't talk
earlier.
about
No, we were
reparations.
talking about that earlier. So if we got reparations, if let's say Trump said we're going to write you a check for $100,000, right, and give everybody
Every black
every
person.
descendant of a slave $100,000, right? How long do you think people will have that money?
Okay, I'm gonna answer that in 2 parts.
And then I'm gonna answer in like 5.
The first part, people will not have that money for a long time at
That's
all.
what I said.
We're going to spend it. We're going to put that money back into an economy that was set up for us to fail. That's the first part. The second part is reparations is not a value. Reparations is giving us the truth and letting everybody know where our culture came from and who we are, because we are Black people in this country and we don't have anything to connect to. That's why everybody's trying to claim a certain nationality. Yo, well, I'm this, when the reality is we really don't know, because they took that from us. And that was a part of the oppressive setup. So when you talk about reparations, tell us what our original names were. Tell us where we came from and give us our language back. Give us our culture back. Because not only did you strip us of that, but you also whitewashed it. So everything that we possibly can connect to, you took that away from us, and a generational thing. Fuck that $100,000. I don't need that. But give me the truth and let us know what the fuck happened and why we're in the situation that we're in today,
Right.
so that our people can stop turning against each other, because you brainwashed us to think that we turn against each other. Or you brainwashed us into thinking that if you have $100,000, you should be a consumer and not a producer, because your people are consumers anyway. Not the fact that you are the ones that were the original consumers and we are the original producers, and you brainwashed us and you stripped that from us. That's what I want.
Right, but I think I agree with you 100%. Well, that can't be 100% if it's a but almost 100%, because the only thing that you said is that they give us. What we really have to do is not wait for anybody to give us anything, because nobody's going to give us a goddamn thing.
But when you talk about reparations and then you got a magic pill, or you got that magic,
right? I got you.
In
I got
a perfect world,
right.
That's what I would want, and not the $100,000.
You will want them to. I would just want you to, like you were saying, to admit the fact that yes, it's set up. Yeah, it's set up for y'all to fail. Yes, we're trying. Yes, that's it. That's it.
That's it.
If you can just admit that, yeah, it was set up for y'all to fail. Like, because
it's still set up.
Right, because people think, I don't know, people like it was one of the housewives, the white girl from Atlanta. I saw a clip and she was saying something about why it's fake because of social media. People, racism is fake.
Yeah, racism is not real.
I'm like, God.
She said it wasn't that big a couple years ago.
Because we didn't have the cameras to record the police officers that was killing us. But the police been fucking killing us.
She just don't know about
white lady.
And her people don't know about it.
We been fucking saying it, white lady, because they don't cover it on the regular news.
But she's stupid. Her name is Kim Zodiac.
I'm just saying it's no.
But a lot of white people say.
But it's no.
And black people.
It's no excuse. That's true, and it's
y'all need to get over it. You're not a slave
because you haven't experienced. It's 10,000 people right here screaming this is happening because you never experienced it in your day-to-day life. You can't imagine that this is going on. I like all of this stuff from Trayvon to Malik Browder. I'm sorry, I messed up his name. To what's the guy that they just let him off from New Orleans? Yeah, to Donald Sterling. Like this has been happening since I was a baby, and before, but
they beat Ronnie King in the street.
But this is what I'm saying, and I think that's what they did. They stopped beating people to say, "Oh, you gonna get all this money and live like this." Because you know what I've really noticed, and you can watch it, right? Whenever a black person has money, and I'm not condoning this, but like if you watch like cop documentaries and stuff about drug dealers or whatever, whenever they decide to take them down, it's not because they're selling drugs in the community or anything like that. They say they live in a high life.
Mm-hmm.
They living like rock stars.
Too much power.
Oh no. We got to get rid of that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. It's not because you're selling drugs in the community. I was just watching. I promise you, I just watching one on BMF, and That's exactly what all the state's attorney said. They say, oh, they living like rock stars. No, can't put up with this. A police officer said that to me. Like, I'm a young nigga, doing my thing.
That's a system.
I'm just saying, driving while black and all that stuff is been real though. like I was like, what are y'all talking about? This is new. This shit ain't new.
Come up with something about of how to educate. Fuck them, they got them, but how to educate our people, because there are so many oblivious black people who are quick to. I got into the worst debate for Thanksgiving dinner. Mind you, no, Christmas. Mind you, I don't even celebrate Christmas, but because I'm a family person, I'm not going to not come to the family gathering because I'm not celebrating something. So I go to my dad's house or whatever, and we get into this conversation because, of course, I'm always the one to bring up controversial shit. They just want to talk about gifts and dumbass bullshit that I just don't agree with. Anyway, we get into a debate with my stepmother's sister, and because she has a son, they live in West Virginia, and she was talking about how there are no black girls in their schools, so they're usually bringing home white girls. So I made a joke, and I was like, don't bring her here, don't bring that white girl here, and it just blew up. And I was just, and at the end of it, I was like, no, seriously, I'm just playing. You can, if love is love, if you want to bring her here, I won't, say anything to her. But we got into this thing. I said, but what you do need to realize is no matter how white your neighborhood is or how white your school is, you're still black. And if you get pulled over, then you need to know what and what not to do. I said, you need to keep your hands on the steering wheel. You need to look straight. You need to answer yes, sir, no, sir. And she was like, that's not true. That doesn't happen anymore. And I was like, are you serious right now?
In West Virginia?
In West Virginia, in the neighborhood that they live in, or whatever. And she was like, and if you go to school and you do what you're supposed to do, it's a proven fact that, if a police does police brutality on you, they will be prosecuted. I said, that's not true. So then she brought up this new thing that was happening, this new thing that was happening. And
you good.
This new thing that was happening, and she was basically saying that a guy got pulled over and a white person killed him and he was prosecuted. And that was like, she was like, what happened to him? I said, he was prosecuted. She was like, okay, then shut up. I proved my point. No, you didn't. Just because you can pull out one instance where the cop was prosecuted does not leave out the majority of the fact that a black person can get killed on national television, and the whole country, black and white, are desensitized because it is a known fact in this country that black people don't matter. It's okay. I said the difference between, and she goes into, well, black people kill each other. The difference between, first of all, black on black crime is a social construct. That shit doesn't exist. It's a proven fact that white people in their communities kill more than black people in our communities. But of course, that's what they say to make us believe that your life don't matter. Right. And the difference between a black person killing another black person is they get to eliminate two black people, because they're going to prosecute this person for killing this person. And they're going to do it on the stance of, oh, this is the criminal justice system. No, that's the oppressive setup, because if a white person kills this black person, because we already know that this black person don't matter, and neither does the one that killed him, but this white person life is more has more substance than this black person does. And that's on national TV. So much so that when all of these Black Lives Matter campaigns happen, or when people get killed in the street and nothing happens to the person that did it, everybody's like, I mean, what did you expect? That doesn't,
right.
We knew that was going to happen.
So what we have to do now is just, I don't want to be giving a whole speech, but what we have to do now is just focus on trying to change policy. It should never be a case where any American citizen has discretion on killing another American citizen without it being prosecuted. But that's what police have. Police have discretion. If they feel threatened, they can decide to end your life for a temporary feeling.
White people too, not just police.
You're right about that. But we have to focus on the policies, the laws that allow someone to attack someone, but when they get beat up, they're allowed to shoot them and get away. That law should not. If you start the fight, you know, the consequences lie where they may. But that's exactly what happened with Trayvon. You know, we need to focus on the policy that allows a officer not to be prosecuted because they were scared. I'm scared whenever the fuck the police pull their guns and put them to my head.
I get scared when they get behind me.
I'm just telling you.
I get to pull over and protect myself?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm afraid for my life.
I really am. Like it really gets deep. Like it really can get deep, you know. But I'm not gonna give a whole.
So
speech.
what I was gonna say was, you guys, I know y'all heard about the shooting at the Waffle House.
Yes.
I don't know much details about that. All I know is that a white guy comes in, he starts shooting.
Right.
A black guy that's unarmed stopped this white guy that has a weapon.
Yep.
Right. So the post that I seen was, y'all wonder why police are scared of black unarmed men. And it was like, we are superpowers because look what we are doing. We can go and stop somebody with a gun with no training at all. He wasn't a cop. He's not, he's not a cop that was off duty or something like that. But he was just in the right place at the right time and was like, you're not about to shoot up the people that's with me.
Do you know, but the craziest thing about that, because we're about to wrap up, the craziest thing about that though is he ran and they knew he was armed and dangerous. They took him out. They arrested him without a scratch.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that if you know?
The whole
they wouldn't have been black.
They're afraid of us.
The black person would.
They're not scared of
But
us.
you see why? If you think about it, we are strong. We are the more dominant race, but we're so ignorant and can't come together. I'm not gonna say ignorant. Ignorant is a bad word.
No, it's not. It means that you don't know, and it's okay to not know as long as you strive to find out.
And it's we are definitely ignorant to a lot of things. We're not trying to find out what those things are. So that keeps us.
We're brainwashed.
That keeps us to not build each other up.
I'm not brainwashed.
I read something else, and this is the last thing we're gonna say before we wrap it up. I read something else because we are speaking about like keeping each other down and stuff like that. What I read was if you start a business, right, and you're trying to get your family, and not family per se, but you're like your friends and people, acquaintances from high school or whatever to support you, they don't want to support you. And here's the reason why. Because you came from the same neighborhood as they did. And it's like, why do you think it's okay for you to make it out? And that's what, and then after I read that, I said, that makes a hell of a lot of sense. It's like, why am I going to support you? If I had something you wouldn't support me, how would you know that? Because you don't have anything for me to support.
Right.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I agree with it.
I definitely agree. And sometimes it is a matter of like, okay, I definitely have to go out and I have intentions on doing like supporting people in certain ways, and then I never do it. Like I've never been to your dance class, for instance. That's my fault.
And that's why I don't necessarily agree with that. Like, because one, I don't think that that's a black thing. I think that that's a small business thing, regardless of if you're black ran or something else. But another thing is, that's a person. Like, people are jealous of you all around you and your family. That's what I was going to say. That's just, and your neighborhood, wherever the case may be. They're not supporting you because they don't want you to make it out, because they want you to be in there where they're in it. They're not supporting you because they are jealous and envious, and they don't want to see you grow.
Honestly, it's been a lot.
That's because they
haven't been. But what's the difference?
That's their person.
What's the difference, kind of, from what I just said? It's the same difference.
I agree with you. I think I'm trying to distinguish the black thing, versus that's a person thing. That's not
like a human thing.
That thing people do. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, but it is more. It's more of a stereotype in the black community. Yeah, but we should work to change that narrative.
We believe it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We all have to make the decision to change the narrative, because honestly, having different businesses and stuff, like it's crazy to me sometimes when I'm begging. I'm like, why? But you willing to give, or with even another thing that we have, if they do support,
they can't support somebody else.
No, if they do support, right? They want a fucking discount. I'm like,
can I get this for this? We went through that last night. Me and Ronnie. I went with her to do a couple of drop offs, and it's that's normally $10. Well, go
That's
to your
not-
$10 person
right.
because I'm different. My stuff is different. You're not gonna get $10.
That's why I did want
No.
to, like, I do appreciate everybody that came to my art show because it was like I had the prices right there, and nobody was like, "Well, that's $45. Let me give you 30, or can I give you 20?" You know, it was just like support.
And like a lot of support. And I read this too. Oh my gosh, I'm talking too much. I'm about to wrap it up. But I read this too. Support is not just being financially like, oh, let me buy a painting.
Tell
when she
people.
posts her paintings on Facebook, I share them.
Exactly.
Because
I'm gonna say that
that's
too.
my
Like,
little way of helping her try to get something.
Right.
My friends might be like,
Spread
oh,
the
what's
word.
that? Right.
and I
So-
repost people's stuff too, because when I post stuff, I need you to repost my stuff too.
Right.
Like I'm not just reposting yours. I mean, I'm supporting you, but repost my stuff too. Let's
So
build this
what-
community of supporting each other.
So what about when it comes like if my support, like I feel like I should support you like you supported me, but that doesn't look the same to you.
I think
Like-
if it's somebody you know, like your friend, I think you should definitely have that conversation.
But see,
because
this is the
it's all about communication with people that you know.
Like
We
with
lack a
Ethan's
whole lot of
dad, we
communication.
were doing what we were doing when I had my art show, and he didn't come. And I felt some type of way about that, but he like, I didn't have money, I didn't have like a means to get there, this and that. And I'm just like, back then I was just like, okay, I was a little hurt by it, but when he had his event, I was like, I'm not gonna come and I'm not gonna buy a ticket. And he was like,
But
just
tit for tat. You can't do tit for tat.
mad and this and that. But I feel like it wasn't tit for tat. I just feel like I'm gonna support you like you support
I'm
me.
saying, could you have made it? If he couldn't make it, that's different. But
the X2 goes right past
I
him.
don't-
It's
I don't-
$1.75.
He got a whole car.
no, that's what I'm
He
saying.
didn't go because he didn't want people
Well-
to think the child was together.
Well,
That's
look,
why he didn't
like I
go.
said, that's different. I'm just saying. But if it's a valid reason, I just think you can do something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Down to
and-
sharing a post to say that this person that is my friend is having an art show. Although, and they don't gotta say this, but I can't come because of this, but I
Right.
want everybody else to show
yeah,
up. and
that's
show
what I'm
out.
saying. You can
He didn't
show
even do
support,
that.
right? You can show support in other ways.
But
Did he even like a damn picture? Like he just.
All right.
But whatever.
I don't know.
I
So
digress.
we're checking out. All right.
peace,
So-
love,
so
and
episode-
positivity.
Bye.
Bye.
Episode 26.
Good
Oh,
day.
we almost at our dirty
Subscribe,
30.
all that good shit.
I gotta go get ready.
Soft 30. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Click all the buttons.
Click, 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 click.